Hey there, my name is Iman Dean. I am originally from Tampa. I reside in Jersey City, New Jersey, and I'm the owner of Birthday Party Booker and the events agency.
Hi, Iman.
Hi.
um, what was the last job that you had?
The last job that I had, I was actually with a company for almost 10 years. I was a sales and marketing director for Hospitaling International New York. Hospitaling International is the largest youth hospital association in the world, and my markets were the East Coast. My job was to work with universities and different nonprofit student groups who had interest in international travel and cultural awareness.
And how did you get into that?
Honestly, it was randomly by chance. My career prior to that, I was a consulting restaurant manager. So I would go into new restaurants that were opening and assist them with all their processes and getting set up, from training staff, creating manuals, the hiring, HR processes, even, creating menus. And after a period of doing that for a while and just kind of needing a break from the restaurant industry that's very demanding. By chance, I found this position, and my first interview before I walked out the door, the hiring manager was asking me what I wanted to be paid. And it was just a really great opportunity. I was with them for 8 years prior to leaving 18 months ago. And it was probably one of the most rewarding companies or businesses I'd ever worked for. The staff was amazing. My directors were just, they were brilliant, and I learned a lot.
How long have you been an entrepreneur?
I've been an entrepreneur. Well, if you ask my dad, I've been an entrepreneur since I was in kindergarten.
And why would he say that?
My dad used to sell candy at his job, and he would get these little candies and bag them up. And before nuts.com, my dad was like, nuts.com. And just one day, while in fifth grade, I said, Dad, I want to sell candy at school. And he gave me my own little inventory, and I would pack up my candy and I created little labels, and I would go to school and I would sell all my candy. And literally, I was probably, at that time, maybe bringing in like $50, $75 a week home from my candy sales.
Yeah, you were a rich little girl,
right? Yeah, it was amazing. And they actually called my dad after probably about 2 months of me doing that. And the teachers were, not happy. They said it was a little disruptive at times.
Did you pay them a little piece?
A little hush money? I tried to bribe them with some candy, but they weren't having it. I definitely wasn't giving up any money at that time. But no, my candy sale days were cut short. Then I had to do it on the weekends. But yeah, so I've been hustling and trying to do different things since I was a kid. So entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur since birth. But recently I left my 9 to 5 and began my own event planning company. So it's about 18 months now.
Wow, so you're fresh into this. What are some of the trials and tribulations that you've been through so far? In these 18 months, transitioning from, money that is so steady to not knowing, if you're going to have this event, how things are going to go, how is that transition? What are some trials and tribulations?
Well, I will share my latest sort of obstacle that I've incurred. While I've been honing my craft for many years, and 18 months ago, I decided to take a leap of faith and do it full time. I recently come to the realization that I do have to go back to corporate America. A lot of my business is, so the Party Booker is an online-based event planning service, which is free to the clientele who is seeking the service. And because it's predominantly online, there's a lot of digital marketing that has to go into that. And part of digital marketing is paid marketing, which people don't realize. They see these ads on Facebook and Instagram, they see ads on Google, and they think that those things are, you just kind of make that happen, but it costs money. And I am a woman of a certain age. Um, and being a woman of a certain age and really wanting to make sure that my company is successful, I need to be proactive versus reactive. And my proactive approach is to go back to work, not take a salary from my company, which I've been doing for 18 months, and take the money that is coming in and reinvest it. The great thing is that I was able to grow profits by 35% in the first year, which was higher. Yeah, it's amazing. It's higher than what I expected. However, I still wasn't in the red because obviously my salary is a huge portion of what is going out. So if I'm able to eliminate that line item, hire somebody that can take care of the administrative, portion of it, and who doesn't require as high of a salary, maybe someone coming out of college, then that'll allow me to alleviate some of the financial burden that I'm putting on my business because of the need of my own personal sort of security. So, it took me a while. I've actually, for the last couple of months, I've struggled with it because, I was like, oh my God, I'm a failure. I left my amazing job just to do this, and this is what's happening. And as I really assess what I've done and the people who I've been able to reach in the last 18 months, and the branding, and I've the blood, sweat, and tears that's gone into it. It's a really amazing product, and it's people respond to it. So I haven't failed. I just have to restructure. And restructuring doesn't mean anything else, but I'm allowing myself opportunity for it to get better.
So, for anyone who doesn't know, what is the difference? Because you have two businesses. You have the party booker and you have the events agency. Tell everyone what's the difference between the two and how each one can help them as far as planning an event, a party, any type of event they have going on.
So I have two different companies: the events agency, or TEA, which I like to say, and I have birthday party booker. The events agency is more of a hands-on, cultivated experience. So someone who's looking to plan a wedding or any sort of social gathering, that's what that would be. So if you need catering, if you need a venue, if you need someone to handle decor, floral arrangements, programs, etc. That's what the events agency is. And I would literally sit with someone from start to finish in planning their event. Those are typically larger scale, 50-person plus. I do work with a lot of corporate agencies as well to plan different gatherings that they have, whether it be a retreat or team building sessions, things of that nature. Party Booker has a bunch of different subsets. So the Party Booker is the main hub, and then you have Birthday Party Booker, Engagement Party Booker, Graduation Booker,
nice.
Things of those natures. Because when you're looking to plan a particular social gathering, just saying the Party Booker, you may not feel like we specialize in what you're looking for. So creating those subsets provides a distinct and succinct planning service for that particular social gathering.
So what's next for you? What's next for you? What's next for your company? I know you said that you were going back to corporate America, but that doesn't stop you from, being an entrepreneur. It doesn't stop business. So what's next for you and your two companies?
So I'll start. What's next for me? I'll start with Birthday Party Booker, or the Party Booker. It's a real dynamic venture, and I've gotten such great feedback from it. Being able to offer a free party planner to individuals looking to plan a party it's just an amazing concept. So right now I'm working on developing the app for it. and streamlining some processes that we do behind the scenes to make it a little bit more easier and functionable. And then I would like to, by 2017, be completely sort of vested in other cities, major cities, that is. So like Miami, LA, Chicago, DC, things like that. So that's what's next for the Party Booker. The events agency, I hope that there's a day, and I won't say hope, I know there will be a day that I'll be planning events, in conjunction with things like the Met Gala, or, NBC's annual corporate gala, things of that nature. So definitely want to scale more of the high end corporate side for the events agency, and really streamline the processes for Party Booker, and develop the company in other major cities.
So if people want to find you or find your companies, where can they find you?
So if you're looking for a tailored event planning company, you can go to theeventsagency.com, and that's events with an S. And then the other, if you're just looking for a great night out with some friends, you will go to thepartybooker.com. And it's spelled just the way it sounds, thepartybooker.com.
Amazing. Thank you for talking with us. We're glad to have you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.